Okay, it's been in the works for the last 3 years. And I'm going to be bringing up a gentleman that I've been working with on and off. My wife and I have been working, Carla and I have been working with him on and off for the last 8 years. And, it's very difficult to introduce him. Very difficult because this man is he excels in so many different areas that we brought him on board. Carl and I have brought him on board into multiple companies outside of Build that we run because he is that good. He is that amazing. He understands finance at a very, very high level, at a top shelf level, structure, corporate governance, finance, monetization, all of these types of things that very few people get to access the rooms and the people and the family offices and the amounts of vast sums of money that are discussed and traded in very tight-knit communities. Okay, I'm talking about secret handshake kind of, no, I'm just kidding. But I'm talking about being able to access those rooms where money flows. And see, this is something that I learned from my very first mentor. And my wife and I, we were struggling. We had this was during the time where we lost everything. We wound up on food stamps. And I remember my mentor, and I told my mentor, there's no money out there, right? And I was looking at the world through my own lens. I was looking at the world through my own circumstance. I was looking at the world to what was happening to me. Folks, money flows. It's out there. Guess what? 5% control 95% of it. That's why we do what we do. That's why we do what we do. Because, folks, do I believe in capitalism? 100%. But entrepreneurship is the way to redistribute that wealth. Let me say that again. It's not through handouts. It's through entrepreneurship that the redistribution of wealth has to happen. And that's why when you have Build as the mechanism, as the machine, as what is the vehicle that's actually going to get us there, coupled with what we're going to show you and reveal to you today, time tested and proven, ready to go, up and running by tomorrow for anybody that wants to take an opportunity with what we're going to show you. So with that being said, this gentleman, folks, back about 8 years ago, when he was 18 years old, got into the world of the Pachecos and wound up making, I believe, about $250,000 his first year. He's never looked back, and he's just exceeded and just climbed incredibly to a very, very high level. And so he's here today to show us what's going to take us around the world in a very, very short period of time. So, Mr. Robert Miller, are you there?
Yes, sir, I am here, and thank you so much for the introduction. Can you
If
guys hear me clearly?
if we can give Robert Miller sharing of the screen, please, I'd appreciate it. All right, go ahead, Robert.
Okay, amazing. So, welcome, guys. I'm excited to be here. Always fired up after Danny. And yes, did meet him about 8 years ago. I was 19 at the time, so he got it off a little bit, but that's okay. But really, guys, they have poured so much into me, and so when we decided to work together even further here with Build, I wanted to really not only over deliver value, but they wanted to go above and beyond as to what it is that can be provided and really be brought to the masses. Okay. And so, what I'm going to share with you guys here today is something that has really been safeguarded for institutions and for very high net worth individuals overall. In fact, I came across this type of technology about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. But personally, I was not in the position to be able to take advantage with the minimums that were required for the technology. A lot of this stuff was not easily accessible before AI, right? And so many people that were in this space held this stuff to their chest. They did not want to reveal it. But more, as I continue to grow more as an entrepreneur, understand finance, understand what was actually occurring, it occurred to me that there had to be a way to not only help more people with it, but to make it as seamless as possible. And so what I'm about to share with you guys here today, this is probably the cleanest, the most simple, the most efficient, and the best way to get involved with algorithmic trading. And I'm going to showcase to you guys live accounts. That way you can see not only these are verified, these are vetted, and they're actually performing right now. And I was just getting off right before this call with our team who's been onboarding nonstop people from the Build network overall. So I want to show you guys again the verification of the data that I'm going to show you guys because the returns are, phenomenal, past performance, disclaimers, etc. But this stuff is rock solid, guys. And so what I want to show you first is a sign off from a CPA. Okay, so all of the results that you are about to see is with live funds and live data, not a demo account, not fake numbers, nothing like that. This is not only third party verified, but based off this document that you're seeing here, this is third party signed off after manual review and audits. Okay. And so, really, what that means here is that what I'm about to show you, it might shock you with the returns that are occurring, but they are real. Okay. And so this is the world of finance that hooked me just a few short years ago, and I haven't looked back ever since. So I'm going to hop in here to one of our main strategies called the Alpha X strategy. We have four different technologies here, and I'll break them down with how they work from a high level, and then we'll jump into the nitty gritty and show you the live accounts. So if you guys aren't familiar with what algorithmic trading is, it's basically a strategy put into software that executes trades on your behalf. So you don't have to stare at the charts, you don't have to draw different lines on the charts, and you don't have to hold your breath waiting for someone to tell you to get in and out of a trade only to miss it when you go to the bathroom or when you're traveling or when your phone's dead. These are things that are occurring for you. You don't have to manually intervene. And so, this particular strategy that you're looking at here is our most conservative strategy. And this is our most popular overall outside of Build and with Build. It's very, very popular, and we're the only ones that have it here, which is very, very exciting. And so, what it is a software that trades 21 different currency pairs. Okay. So, it's diversified and it's a very conservative algorithm because in the algorithm trading space, you have companies and you have softwares that will put on a lot of risk in the technology, meaning they may say you can get 30%, but they'll risk 50% of your account. Well, that's not a good risk reward overall. So the best strategies are the ones that can have really great returns without taking on excessive amount of risk. And that's exactly what we have here. So just over the past 2.5 years, we're up about 85% just on this software alone with a 5.9% drawdown. So what that means is that during the entire time, as the stock market has sold off this past couple weeks by 10, 15%, the max amount of drawdown that this account has ever seen is only about 5%. So it does not go down up and down with the crypto market or with the stock market. It is completely separate and works independently of those markets. Okay. And so what you're going to see here now at the very bottom of this are the returns that have happened over the past 2.5 years. This website that you're looking at is a third party site. So the trading account is connected to this to provide all of these different dashboards and reports. And what you can see is every single month, there hasn't been a losing month with this strategy. And you can see that it is diversified in nature. So it's trading gold, it's trading about 20 other currency pairs, and it's all happening live behind the scenes. Okay. And what's really cool is when you dive deeper into a live account or when you run this software on your own trading account, this is what it looks like live. And let me know if you can see my iPad here. Okay, cool. I'm seeing thumbs up. All of these blue and red arrows are trades being entered and exited without any manual intervention. Now, this software takes thousands of trades. In fact, it's taken over 13,000 trades just over the past 2 years. I have taken zero, and I do not want to take 13,000 trades even if I wanted to. That does not sound fun. And so this software automatically gets in and out of positions. It automatically hedges positions. And this is just one market. If we change it over to the gold market here, which is one of our most active markets, you can see just today we have entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 trades just today. And the profits from those trades have already closed out. So everything you're seeing below here are open trades. Everything here is profitable trades and trades that have closed. So this is a robust software that has largely been held for institutional accounts. In fact, the software that I just showed you alone can handle about 300 to 500 million dollars in trading alone. Okay? And so we run these scenarios, we run these stress tests overall on this technology to be able to handle massive volume. And so that's really what Danny and I have been super excited about. What I'm excited about with Build is because I know that, the people here on this call, including myself, were probably nowhere near 300 and 500 million dollars in a single trading account. Okay. I'm the first one to raise my hand on that. And so that's why we're able to help not only you guys win, but the trading technology can help grow the accounts overall. And so that's just one of our trading strategies. Another one of our trading strategies here, called our crypto alpha, has done over 648% returns in the past 2 years. Okay. So I know that number may sound crazy, but again, third party audited, third party verified, and this trades automatically without manual intervention. Okay. Now, the last two softwares that we have here are also foreign exchange softwares where they're trading different currencies. This one's been running a little bit longer for about 3 years, but is up over 434%. And our other software that's been running for about 2.5 years is also up another 203%. So these algorithms, guys, are diversified overall. They trade multiple currency pairs and they've had automated execution where you don't have to manually intervene in any part of the trade. Okay. So that's what we have here, and that's what we're excited to be able to share with you guys. Now, a common question that we're going to get asked is this easy to use? Is this, something that I can set up and I don't have to be tech savvy? Well, the answer is yes. And so I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when you get started in activating the software, because you can get up and live within just a few hours of setting up accounts and having everything managed in your own dashboard. Okay. Now, to be very clear before we hop into this next part, we nor does Build actually custody any of your guys' funds. We are simply a software provider. So we connect to your own trading account. You're not sending money to me. You're not sending money to any of my team. You're not sending money to Build to manage your money. It is completely in your own account. So you can deposit, withdraw, you can add more, you can withdraw more as you so please. You don't have to call me to, ask to get money out. That's not how this works. You are specifically syncing up a software, and that software comes with its own dashboard, just like any other software that you guys probably have used in the past. So let me go ahead and show you. Upon getting started, you would sign up for a software portal. I'm going to go ahead and log in here so you guys can see what it looks like once you sign in and how easy it is to be able to view and manage your reports. Give me 2 seconds here to log in for you right now. Okay, perfect. Just logged in. Let me share my screen again. Okay, perfect. So once you log in to your platform, you'll be able to see how much money you have in your account. And if you go to the button on the right-hand side, you'll be able to see your reports. Now, this particular client is up about 9.3% in his first month with us. He's taken about 720 trades, all automated. 70% of those have been wins. He currently has, I'm not even going to count, this many trades opened. We've closed a big portion of those 720 trades. And you can see the reporting here of what markets we're trading in and how many trades happened in each market. It makes being able to report things very easy. You have it at all times visible in your dashboard, and it is all in one place. So you don't have to go download other softwares. You don't have to go, make it very complex to get set up. It's an online portal that you log into. You can turn it off, turn it on at any time. You can withdraw your money at any time. It's simply a software that will run on your behalf. So very cool stuff, guys. Again, I can dive a bunch deeper into the tech. I can dive a bunch deeper into the analysis that we do, the back testing, the stress testing, everything we do before we make anything live. We go through rigorously on our end first. So this is not a public beta. This isn't anything like that. It's been running for over 2.5 and in some cases 3 years for these technologies that are verifiable, signed off on, and that you guys are able to partake with. And so, with that said, Danny, I'll go ahead and call you back up here. I hope that that gets everyone excited for what we have here at Build. And I couldn't be more excited to help you guys get to experience algorithmic trading. It's some really cool stuff overall. So, I'm excited for you.
Thank you so much, Robert. Just hang tight for a second. Don't go anywhere. I know the chat's about to blow up and people are going to start asking a bunch of questions. I see one now that I do want you to address. I want you to address a couple of things also about the brokers and how that works and some of the strategies that can be used there as well.
Yeah.
Would be fantastic. So, how much capital do I need to get started with this?
Yeah, sure thing. So, speaking of brokers, because this actually parlays into what we talk about here, the algorithms overall do have minimum balances that are recommended. So that way that you can partake in all the trades. And then there's whatever the broker has available for users. And so our most common strategy that probably most of you guys, if you signed up, you're going to get started with originally is our Alpha X software. It's the most conservative and it still has great returns. Now there's two ways to partake with it. The there's a broker that provides 10x the capital that you put into an account. So if you put in $1,000, for example, the broker will provide a $10,000 trading balance in the account. If you deposit 5,000, the total that the account trades with is 50,000. And over and over you can see and do the math. And so when you have that type of amplification, you can start with as little as $1,000, have the algorithms do trading on your behalf, and you can add to it over time or just let it compound. So my first month that I made a case study specifically here for Build a few months ago, I started with $1,000 and I did about 7.9% in my first month with $1,000. After those 30 days were over, I added to it, made it a $5,000 balance overall. And over the past 3 months, I'm up 48.5%. Now, obviously, disclaimer, past performance isn't, indicative of every future result. But the point I'm trying to make is that the algorithms, since they're trading different currency pairs, there's multiple pairs it's trading. The Alpha X one is 21 different pairs. You want to have enough balance in there with that amplification strategy to be able to have all of the trades occur. So the higher the balance that you have, the more trades that you're going to be able to partake. If someone puts in $5,000 on the amplified account, you will receive about 100% of the trades. Okay. So if you're a little less than that, you may get 95.5% of the trades. If you're more towards 1,000, you may get about 60 to 70% of the trades. And it does that because it actually calculates what the account can actually go into in a position. So it's mostly just around what it can trade for you rather than a specific capital requirement overall. Okay. Now, some of the other strategies, they do have higher balance requirements. So that's why the Alpha X is what I wanted to focus on for that question.
Very cool. Very cool. So if you don't mind hanging out for just a little bit, Robert, I want to go through a couple of things. I do see some questions that you're probably going to want to ask your tax person. That's probably not a question for us to answer for you. So I see a couple of the same questions come up. That's really not a question for us to answer for you. But let me go ahead and share my screen really quick, guys, because I want to share something with you.